Hi everyone. Hi Mom. I'd like to show you how I'm removing my rubber from the wooden blocks so that I can use them with my acrylic blocks and then they store a lot easier. So this is what I use to store my rubber, clear acrylic, whatever, clear rubber stamps. That's a mouthful. I get these at the dollar store. You get 3 in a box in a package for $1.25, I think they are. And I get that at Dollarama. I haven't seen them at Dollar Tree, so I don't know if you can find something like this. They're just empty DVD cases. And I open them up, I break off the clip here. I guess that's meant to hold the paper that explains the movie that fits in here. Sometimes I'll even clip out this part here. If my stamps are a little bit on the high side, this is quite domed, this part here. So I'll just take my scissors. I like to use the Tim Holtz ones because you can cut metal and things with these, so they're good for that. I'll just clip this right out. Just like that. Oh, missed that one. There we go. So that takes that button part right out. And then you saw that I use paper that I think I'm not going to use in any of my projects, because those stacks of, I don't know, 360 sheets and a 180 sheet, you get tons of paper. There's a lot in there that I would never use myself. So I just use them to cover the outside just so it doesn't look so ugly. And then I do print out numbers for the spine so that it coordinates with my stamp book, because I stamp all of my stamps into a book that I made. Okay, so showing you that. So this is how I used to store my wooden ones, which is a VHS case. And you can imagine, you know, that's twice as thick, right? So I get twice as many stamps, boxes on my shelf compared to this. So same deal, you know, I just lay them in here like this. So I'm going to show you what I do step by step. Now I'll take a piece of foam. Now this is the fun foam. And I got this again at Dollarama, 20 sheets for $3. And it comes in all different colors, which doesn't matter. I don't really care what color it is. And so then I take my archival ink and I will stamp out my image right onto the foam. Just like that. And I will do that to all of my blocks of stamps until this is filled. So I'm not kind of wasting my time. I just stamp that off just to get the ink off it. Cute stamp, eh? Stampin' Up. But see, I don't use these ones. I find them harder to get to, and so I don't really use them that often. Okay, so that's the first step there. Now the second step is removing the rubber from the block. Now I just pry it off with my fingernail, but you can just take your craft knife and get it started, and then it just peels right off. Super simple. Some come off a lot easier than others. Now I have watched videos where you can actually turn this into blending tools. Take this off, glue on, say, the makeup sponges that come round and flat. The yellow ones are thicker and they have a different texture to them. The ones that are like that, what is that stuff called? Like these, they don't last very long. So I wouldn't waste my time gluing that on there. I would probably use the yellow ones compared to those for sure. But you can use them as homemade blending tools for your inks. Okay, I don't need them personally. I have a ton. Okay, so that's step 2. Step 3 is after I've done that, I take my Aleene's super thick tacky glue and I use just a cheap spatula and I coat the back of this. So I'll show you how I do that on this one since I've already stamped it out. So you don't need a ton. It is super duper thick and it doesn't matter if you have a little foam left over on there. It doesn't matter. I hope that this light, I don't know if this light's any good. Maybe that's a little better. Just smear it on there. Make sure you get right to the edge though, because you don't want it prying up. Oh, somebody else left me a really good idea that is also from the Frugal Crafter. Is taking the lip balm you get at the dollar store and rubbing it around your threads on your glue pots, and then when you go to glue your lids back on, they won't stick. Smart, huh? She's a pretty smart cookie. Okay, so then this is where my lamp, which is right above me, comes in handy. So what I'll do is I'll sort of guesstimate, and then I will hold it up to my lamp so that the rubber is away from me, and I'm going to look and position it because the shadow's going through here, so I can actually see the shape on the right side. And so then I get the stamp perfectly. And I leave it. That's it. I fill the whole thing up, leave it till it's dry, and then they look like this. And then I cut them away. I like to use the Tim Holtz scissors, so I'll just, nip off one of them. Do that, and then I just go around, just like fussy cutting, only not as bad, because the shape's already there. You just follow the shape. And you want to follow the shape of the stamps because they've already cut away a lot. Occasionally you'll get a stamp where they've left too much rubber, and when you stamp you might get an edge every now and then. So if that's the case, then just like this one, I'll just cut a little bit more away so that it's closer to the lettering. Okay, so that's it. Cut that away. It doesn't have to be perfect or anything. Okay, once I've done that, then I use this one, which is Tack It over and over. And it's also an Aleene's glue. So I spread it all on the top. I just use my finger and spread it all on the top fairly evenly and leave them overnight to dry. Once it's dry, you get this. Isn't that cool? So it's really sticky, and it sticks to your stamp block, no problem. Comes off, no problem. Works great. So once I've done that, then I simply take one of my cases, I stamp out, and I number the page, and then I pop it in the box. Boom, done, on the shelf. Numbered, I know where it is. I'll just quickly show you my stamp book here. So that's all I've done. I'm working on page 19 because I have 22 boxes of the big ones that I'm redoing, and I'm working backwards. I've already done 22, 21, 20, and this one. That's what this one is here. And I went to the dollar store today and picked up a whole bunch of these boxes and put all the paper on, and that's it. And because I'm doing this, I'll also be able to get more stamps in the assigned box, and I still have some stamps that I have not put in a box yet. So I will add those to, a box when I have room for it, and all I do is just add it to the page that, like this has quite a bit of room here and here, so I can just stamp it in there and add it to the box. So that's it. I hope people find this useful. And no, I did the struggle with the heat gun and whatever, trying to get the foam off. And yep, that was hard. And burnt my finger. And I don't want to put stuff like that in my microwave. I know people can, do that, stick your blocks in there and heat it up. But like I said before, excuse me, I want to stamp what the stamp is on that side. And once it's dry, you absolutely can still see it. What did I do with it? Hang on one sec. So these just stick in there, but see, that's with the plastic. I had taken some of the blocks came with the clear plastic, so I used that instead. And in that case, I did keep the foam. And then I just glued it on there, and it works great. But the ones, well, that one's the same too. Let's see if this one's different. Yeah, this one I didn't do. Yeah, see? Stamped it out. That's got glue on it, and you can see it perfectly. So that's all I did. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.